Today was an important day for Hendrick, who started for the first time as a starter in Real Madrid's team during the Champions League match. Unfortunately, the team ended up losing 1-0 to the weaker Lille, a result that caused astonishment due to the difference in quality between the two teams. The defeat also ended Real Madrid's 14-game unbeaten streak in the competition. Hendrick, who had already been the target of criticism for a controversial play in the derby against Atletico Madrid the previous weekend, faced new criticism, this time amplified by today's defeat. In the post-match press conference, Hendrick decided to give a clear response to these attacks, which mainly come from sports media and some Spanish fans. Coach Carlo Ancelotti, for his part, also defended the young player, showing his support for his performance. Let's explore Hendrick's statements in more detail, and at the end, I'd like to know your opinion on the controversy surrounding the player. But before we continue, please leave your like and subscribe to the channel to help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Don't forget to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. First, let's go for the challenge of reaching the goal of 500 likes for this video. Now that you've subscribed, let's get to the news. Today's match was marked by several streak breaks, both positive and negative. On the positive side, Hendrick became the youngest player in Real Madrid's history to start in a Champions League match, at just 18 years and 73 days old. This achievement is noteworthy as it places the young forward in a position of great responsibility and international visibility. However, Real Madrid had two important negative streaks broken. The first negative streak was the defeat, which ended a 14-game unbeaten run in the competition, with the last loss in the Champions League being a heavy 4-0 defeat to Manchester City in the 2022-2023 season. The second broken streak was the 36-game unbeaten run across all competitions, a series that demonstrated the solidity of Ancelotti's team. During the match, Hendrick had his chances to shine, but he ended up wasting two good goal-scoring opportunities. In one of them, the youngster almost pulled off a brilliant individual play, but the Lille goalkeeper made an excellent save, frustrating the Brazilian forward's attempt. There was also a curious episode where Coach Ancelotti reprimanded Hendrick for not following a specific instruction, to lie down behind the wall with his arms open during a free kick. The reprimand happened because, after the free kick, the team ended up conceding a penalty that resulted in Lille's winning goal. It is worth noting that, despite Ancelotti's reprimand, the penalty play was not directly Hendrick's fault, as the ball hit Camavinga's hand, not the Brazilian forward's. Despite not being at fault in the goal, Hendrick had been facing a wave of criticism on social media since the derby against Atletico Madrid. Many Real Madrid fans began complaining about the player's behavior on the field, accusing him of being selfish and not collaborating enough with the team. Among the comments, phrases like, "You're not Cristiano Ronaldo, start thinking about the team and pass the ball. The scoreboard and the team are more important than your goals," were repeatedly seen in the young player's posts. This forced Hendrick to disable comments on some of his photos on social media, reflecting the impact the criticism was having on him. In the interview after the defeat to Lille, the young forward was asked about the treatment he was receiving on social media and gave a firm and focused response, highlighting his willingness to improve. When asked about the opportunity to start, Hendrick thanked God for the chance to play from the start. Although the defeat was a cold shower, he emphasized that the team's focus is already on the next match, stressing the importance of keeping their heads up and continuing to work hard throughout the season, which is still in its early stages. The Brazilian showed maturity in dealing with the criticism and focusing on the future, reinforcing the idea that success in football is built step by step, with a lot of hard work and dedication. He also praised Coach Ancelotti, highlighting the importance of the advice and guidance he receives from the coach, who, according to him, always encourages him to play calmly and take advantage of moments on the field. The press also wanted to know more details about Hendrick's relationship with the coach and the role he has been playing on the field, especially in the team's tactical formation. During the match, at times, Real Madrid adopted a 4-4-2 formation, with Hendrick and Vinicius Jr. playing closer together in attack, something that caught the journalist's attention. Asked about the change in position, the youngster revealed that Ancelotti has given him a lot of freedom to learn and evolve. Hendrick said that, before the match, the coach asked him to play calmly and do what he knows how to do, reinforcing the confidence Ancelotti has in the forward. He also mentioned that he is happy to be learning from such a renowned coach and to be evolving alongside great players. In the end, the match against Lille, despite being a setback for Real Madrid, was also an important moment in Hendrick's career. He showed resilience in dealing with the criticism and remained focused on his evolution as a player. And now, the question remains, what is your opinion on this whole situation surrounding the young player? Do you think the criticism is justified, or does Hendrick deserve more time and patience to develop his game at Real Madrid? Hendrick, since his arrival at Real Madrid, has been the subject of various opinions, both positive and negative. In his debut, he scored a spectacular goal, showcasing the skill and confidence that made him stand out at Palmeiras. However, after the derby against Atletico de Madrid, criticism began to arise more frequently. The pressure of playing for a club the size of Real Madrid is immense, and he acknowledges that everything at the club has great magnitude. When things go well, the praise is huge, but when he's not having a good day, the criticism comes in force. Asked about how he handles this emotional roller coaster, Hendrick was straightforward and said he avoids getting involved with external comments as much as possible. He revealed that he prefers not to watch videos or read comments on social media, always activating the "not interested" button on platforms like YouTube. This behavior, according to him, was something he learned during his days at Palmeiras, where he also experienced ups and downs. For the young player, what really matters are the tips he gets from the coach and his teammates. This attitude has helped him focus on the essentials and avoid distractions. In the interview, he was clear in saying that external opinions, coming from those who are not directly involved with the team, don't matter to him. He prefers to follow the advice of those who are with him day in and day out, on the field and in the locker room, and he believes this has helped him grow as a player and as a person. Throughout the interview, Hendrick was also asked about his call-up to the Brazilian national team. The young forward showed great enthusiasm for the call-up, expressing pride in representing his country and joy at being among the chosen ones. He also commented on the many players who were called up for the first time and noted that, although he had been called up before, the feeling is still like fulfilling a dream. Hendrick's expectation is to keep helping the national team win its matches, and he seems determined to always remain among the call-ups. He believes this is the path he wants to follow for the rest of his career, always striving to honor Brazil's colors and give his best for his team. Besides Hendrick, another standout figure in the interview was coach Carlo Ancelotti. Visibly upset by Real Madrid's defeat to Lille, Ancelotti admitted that the team did not play well. The Italian coach stated that the team had taken a step back compared to previous matches and that the defeat needed to be seen as a wake-up call. He was also emphatic in saying that the team needs to improve and that there is no room for excuses. Despite the frustration over the team's overall performance, Ancelotti once again defended Hendrick, saying that the youngster cannot be judged by a match where the entire team performed poorly. For Ancelotti, Hendrick had two good scoring opportunities, and in one of them, he made an excellent individual play. The coach pointed out that the opposing goalkeeper deserved credit for the save and that, if the goal had gone in, the criticism would have turned into praise. This comment by Ancelotti shows a balanced and patient view regarding the young player's development. He understands that time is needed for him to evolve and that, in a team like Real Madrid, patience is essential, both with young talents and with the process of building the team as a whole. An interesting observation made during the interview was the return of Mbappé to the team. The French star returned from injury and came on at the end of the match against Lille. This means that in the upcoming matches, Hendrick's presence on the field may be reduced, with him likely going back to having only a few minutes at the end of each match. This scenario places the young player in a challenging position, where he will need to make the most of the opportunities he receives, whether as a starter or coming off the bench. With all this pressure, both internal and external, the big question arises, is Hendrick being too individualistic in his plays? Some of the Spanish fans believe he is, criticizing the youngster for not passing the ball more frequently and prioritizing individual moves. These criticisms reflect the high expectations that fans have of Real Madrid players. On the other hand, there are those who defend that this attitude by Hendrick shows personality, courage, and the willingness to take on responsibility, something that is essential at a club with such tradition. This duality of opinions reflects the complexity of the situation Hendrick faces. On one hand, some say he needs to mature and learn to make more collective decisions on the field. On the other hand, there are those who believe that boldness and offensive instinct are qualities that should be preserved and even encouraged. After all, many great players, like Cristiano Ronaldo, built their careers based on confidence in their abilities and the courage to attempt daring plays. If you've made it this far, leave your comment saying what you thought of the news, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. So, having seen this, in your opinion, from 0 to 10, what score would you give Real Madrid and the performance of their players in this important game? Do you think Endrick, Vini Jr., and Mbappe lived up to the expectations? Tell me here, and I'll be reading your comment. Now, it's your turn, having followed this far, to reflect on this controversy. What do you think? Does Hendrick lack the maturity to know when it's the right time to pass the ball and when to take risks? Or is he simply trying to show that he has what it takes to play for one of the biggest clubs in the world? Share your honest opinion, and who knows, the best analysis might be highlighted as a pinned comment. See you in the next video.